Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Thursday, July 29th, at 8:26 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 706 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Fed up with the U.S., Ukraine cuts deals with China and shuts up about the UIRs. Biden to announce vaccine mandate for federal employees, Walt Disney World tells visitors to mask up starting Friday, COVID-19 updates. Tsunami warnings issued after magnitude 8.2 earthquake hits off Alaska. Midwest under threat from hurricane-force winds as severe storm system strikes. GOP lawmaker Mo Brooks admits he wore body armor at January 6 Trump rally, and says he was tipped off to risks. Trump reportedly called acting AG nearly every day about voter fraud claims. Hawaiian Airlines flight attendant killed in Alaska plane crash. Dubai is coping with its 125-degree heat by using laser beam shooting drones to shock rainwater out of clouds. Maricopa election audit donor list released. Los Angeles City Council voted in favor of anti-homelessness ordinance that would impact roughly 40,000 unhoused Angelenos. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Some people in Missouri are getting vaccinated against COVID-19 in secret, doctor says. They fear backlash from loved ones who oppose the vaccines, CNN. 8.2 magnitude earthquake off Alaska prompts tsunami warning, The New York Times. China stocks rally as Beijing intensifies effort to calm market, Yahoo Finance. Olympian key-led Dressel tears 2 up on gold medal stand while national anthem plays, Fox News. This was the biggest, loudest cop union in America. Then came January 6, the Daily Beast. Bang & Olufsen launches its first pair of noise-canceling true wireless earbuds, The Verge. Remember when Ben Affleck gave J.Lo a gigantic pink diamond engagement ring, CNN. Robinhood, gateway to meme stocks, raises $2.1 billion in IPO, Reuters. COVID-19 in Los Angeles, over 25% of cases are fully vaccinated people, Fox News. Simone Biles now realizes she's more than her gymnastics accomplishments, NPR. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Ex-U.S. gymnast shows brutal example of how she had no say at Olympics. Washington Nationals report staggering amount of COVID-19 cases, game postponed. Bobby Fink has fans going bonkers over his last 50 meters in upset 800 gold. Biden subtly shades Trump in just 3 words and Twitter users love it. Trump had the most Trump reaction to one of his candidates losing. Floods hit Rohingya refugee camps in southern Bangladesh, forcing thousands to flee. Chris Cuomo's interview with anti-vax restaurant owner flies off the rails. GOP rep admits nobody actually believes election was stolen from Trump. Let's drag Delta's ass, COVID-19 variant gets hilariously roasted by Daily Show team. Fox News Geraldo Rivera sends ass-kicking warning to co-host, the unvaccinated. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Accused stalker purposely crashed stolen SUV. Dog alert homeowner to house fire. PD issues public health announcement. Michigan among top states in automotive making. Passport delay ruins woman's Jamaica vacation. 10 women file complaints against Texans player. Developer hopes to save historic IA property. Fans sell Lollapalooza tickets due to COVID. Ho-Chunk Nation sues its insurers over denials of claims over pandemic losses. Neighbors bring complaint against bar. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. When Simone Biles stepped back, Suni Lee stepped up. Star sommelier is charged with setting outdoor dining sheds on fire. House hunting in El Salvador, a compound on the coast for $249,000. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. The Suicide Squad director James Gunn, who was fired from Guardians and rehired, talks cancel culture. Biden, Harris unveils strategies to address root causes of immigration. Sheila Walsh, Simone Biles, I was shamed for putting my mental health first, too. I applaud her courage. Russian Nikita Nagorny very ashamed after winning bronze in Olympics men's all-around. Italy's Fabio Fognini shouts homophobic slur in Olympics loss, apologizes. Sam Kendricks, U.S. pole vaulter who went viral during 2016 Olympics, withdraws from Tokyo over COVID. Biden's COVID-19 vaccine mandate draws postal union backlash. Olympian Caleb Dressel tears 2 up on gold medal stand while national anthem plays. California restaurant says it will serve only unvaccinated customers. Special Forces soldier drowns during training in Key West, Florida, report. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Thursday, July 29th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. It is about family and finding the fun in aging, writer and producer Sam Strauss on Showtime's The End. Olympics 2021, US WNT faces Netherlands in quarterfinals, things to know about rematch of 2019 World Cup final. TikTok star Anthony Barajas on life support, friend really good rich killed after being shot inside Corona movie theater. Eviction moratorium, what happens to renters when the CDC ban expires? Tax refunds, millions still waiting for money, as IRS delays continue. Twin Cities DoorDash driver warns of scheme that lost him hundreds of dollars. South Texas Police Department issues public health announcement after COVID-stricken migrant seen coughing, sneezing at Whataburger. Watch, Stephen King reads from his new book Billy Summers. Watch, Tim Tebow takes first reps as tight end at Jaguars training camp. I got chills, Curtis Cook on season 4 of Showtime's The Chi. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Cases are not falling as fast as official figures suggest, symptom study says. Mom stranded on Majorca slams COVID rules which force daughter to isolate for 21 days. Queen's lawyers lobbied Scottish government for her land to be exempt from new climate change law. White films husband hilarious ramblings as he wakes up from anesthetic. Brixton studio flat available for $1,050 a month. Rush to reach Britain, families divided by COVID look to reunite after 16 months. Last Force Benedict's World War II pilot who taught Soviet counterparts to fly Hurricanes passes away aged 101. Marble Arch Mound is shut after 2 days amid storm of criticism. Some 1.9 million jobs are still on furlough despite 590,000 fall. The X Factor's 10 most toe curling auditions. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. Mexico declares $3 billion U.S. security deal dead, seeks revamp. Burundi, in reversal, says it will accept COVID-19 vaccines. Strong, shallow earthquake shakes northern Myanmar. Death toll jumps to 99 in flooding in central China. Officials in Tokyo alarmed as cases hit record highs. Thailand sets up hospital at airport, Cambodia closes border. China's Delta outbreak tests limits of zero-tolerance COVID approach. Israeli Health Ministry recommends COVID booster shot for elderly population. 8.2 magnitude earthquake strikes off Alaska coast, sparking tsunami concerns. 890 million-year-old fossils may be oldest sign of animal life on Earth, Canadian geologist says. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Tokyo 2020 Olympics, tennis, rugby sevens, gymnastics and more, live. Tokyo Olympic Games, women's gymnastics individual all-around, live. The eviction moratorium is about to expire, and the situation is dire. Emily Benfer and Peter Hepburn. COVID is facing a resurgence in the U.S., and so is Trumpian politics. Coronavirus live news, Japan's daily cases exceed 10,000 for first time, French minister accuses England of discrimination. U.S. states brace for avalanche of evictions as federal moratorium ends. Climate change has become real, extreme weather sinks prime U.S. tourism site. Vote Leave chief awarded $580K COVID deal after call from Dominic Cummings. Paul O'Donovan and Finn McCarthy win Ireland's first Olympic rowing gold. Mental health memes are everywhere, can they offer more than comic relief? The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Antibody cocktail may be answer for high-risk breakthrough COVID cases. Taliban admit to killing Afghan comic beaten in video. Tsunami watch issued for Hawaii after 8.2 quake hits Alaska. Italy wins rematch with US in men's Olympic water polo. Australian track and field team resumes normal activities after COVID-19 scare. Double gold, China's Zhang becomes a breakout star at pool. American swimmer sets Olympic record in Tokyo. Judge finds probable cause to charge police officer with homicide. Better Call Saul star in stable condition after heart-related incident. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Global Education Summit targets pandemic hit schooling. Bob Odenkirk, Better Call Saul actor stable after heart-related incident during filming. Netflix US cast and crew must be vaccinated to work. Simone Biles thankful for love and support. China interest in Afghanistan could be positive, says U.S. Blinken. Outspoken billionaire Sun Dao jailed for 18 years in China. Tokyo Olympics rowing, Ireland's Paul O'Donovan and Finn McCarthy win lightweight men's double sculls. Gaza photographer hopes digital art boom can help raise aid money. South Africa riots, the inside story of Durban's Week of Anarchy. COVID vaccines, tourists head to the U.S. to get vaccinated. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. In 1972, Melvin McNair helped hijack a plane to join Black Panthers in Algeria. I am at peace with what I did. Blues legend Buddy Guy reflects on his career. AP Top Stories July 29. Tom Odell describes filming the video for Money with girlfriend Georgie Somerville. On this day, July 29, 2013. Satisfaction with treatment of Asian Americans and immigrants in the U.S. plummets, new poll says. Rising share of U.S. adults know someone who is transgender or goes by gender-neutral pronouns, study finds. Western wildfires, California, Nevada governors tour site of huge blaze, residents urged to conserve energy as conditions worsen. Disney World announces guests must mask up indoors, on transportation starting July 30th. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Ron Popeil, TV pitchman who hooked Vego-Matic, Mr. Microphone and more, dies. Contentious George Washington mural at San Francisco school can stay, judge decides. Investigators reportedly searching Arroyo Grande Hills for Kristen Smart's remains. After an earthquake, neighbors will need to help neighbors. Here's how to get your community ready. USC finds racial profiling with campus security, urges more oversight. LA finalizes its anti-camping law, setting the stage for vote-by-vote enforcement. Orange County to be dropped from Great Park name, Irvine officials decide. 20-year-old arrested in deadly shooting at Corona movie theater. After Army veteran is gunned down at party, authorities offer reward to find suspect. Newsom's biggest recall danger, complacent Democrats who don't turn out to vote. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Thursday, July 29, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Google joins growing list of employers mandating COVID-19 vaccines. Minsk regime uses migrants in hybrid attack against EU, NATO, say Baltic ministers. Russia's daily COVID-19 deaths reach record high for third time. Aid workers say the Ethiopian government has effectively cut off the lone route into the conflict-torn region of Tigray, leading to a risk of mass starvation. German inflation levels exceed 3% for first time since 2008. Macron, France owes debt to Polynesians over nuclear tests. A public inquiry into the assassination of Maltese journalist Daphne Caruana Galizia has found that the state should shoulder responsibility for her death. Coronavirus cases at the Tokyo Olympics continue to increase. Protester who allegedly punched police horse at Sydney rally refuses COVID test in custody, court told. Pakistan to ban public sector, education, malls, air travel for unvaccinated. China bans Germany's Guangzhou consulate from social media for post about LGBTQ film festival. Probe into Beirut blast stalls again, leaving families fuming 1 year on, as Beirut prepares to mark the first anniversary of a blast that flattened large swaths of the city. Politicians and senior security officials have yet to be questioned in a formal investigation. Cutting carbon pollution quickly would save millions of lives, study finds. UK already undergoing disruptive climate change. The next headlines are from Forbes. The search for a new Jeopardy! Host has gone on long enough. Vista Outdoor to launch ammo subscriptions this fall, amid pandemic sales surge. Brainstorm UK rapper expands university scholarship scheme. Ron Popeil dies, no doubt continuing to pitch in heaven. Former natural gas exec weighs climate controversy, interview part 1. The 100 hopes to reinvent English cricket but bitter debate rages. The top video game releases of August 2021. Fail fast and fail forward, learn by doing. How Junzi's budget each celebrate radical imperfection. NBA and iHeartMedia announce multi-year podcast partnership. The next headlines are from Nature.com. A blood marker predicts who gets breakthrough COVID. Strange patterns could be the world's oldest animal fossil. Incoherent transport across the strange metal regime of overdoped cup rates. The lack of people of color in science images must be fixed. Delta success, satellite swarms and a super COVID antibody. Earthquakes triggered by underground fluid injection modeled for a tectonically active oil field. Daily briefing, how SARS-CoV-2 infects cells. Structural basis of ketamine action on human NMDA receptors. A process-based approach to understanding and managing triggered seismicity. Possible peripheran body fossils in early Neoproterozoic microbial reefs. The World Population Update, Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,721,359,846 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time, and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Hawkeye Disney Plus series sets November premiere date. Why Maina Soufri opened up about surviving sexual trauma and substance abuse. I got exhausted keeping up appearances. Sweet Tooth renewed for season 2 at Netflix. Coda director Sian Heder opens up about her $25 million Sundance deal in creating the perfect tearjerker. Logan Paul signs with WME, exiting CAA. Range Music, new label from Range Media, distributed by Capital Virgin. True Colors takes sales on 7 Venice picks, including Django and Django, new Martoni exclusive. Google, Facebook say employees must be vaccinated before returning to the office. Tammy Stronach, Jennifer Saunders, Greg Steinbrunner, Eddie Izzard lead cast of Man in Witch. Doctor Who loses Jodie Whittaker and showrunner Chris Chibnall after 3 seasons. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Newport Folk Festival returns, in a year defined by uncertainty. Disney will begin requiring masks again indoors at its theme parks in the U.S. Biden hopes to jolt COVID vaccination rates by focusing on federal workers. Simone Biles got the twisties at the Tokyo Olympics. Here's what that means. German cycling director is being sent home from Olympics over racist slur. Saturn will soon put on its best show of the year. Here's where and how to see it. At this Baltimore museum, security guards will be the ones curating the exhibit. Waiting for U.S. visas, Afghan interpreters fear the Taliban. Sunnis Ali claims Olympic gold and shows U.S. gymnastics has more than one superstar. Ron Popeil, pioneer of Wait, There's More, late-night infomercials, is dead at 86. The following headlines are from The Week. Sunnis Ali, the first Hmong American Olympic gymnast, wins gold after Simone Biles' withdrawal. GOP senator unflinchingly defends officer who shot Ashley Babbitt in tense exchange with radio caller. Woman with only known recording of J.D. Salinger voice to have tape burned. Texas official, sorry for calling Simone Biles a national embarrassment. The persistent temptation of anti-Trump outrage. The making of a vaccine misinformation meme. Jeopardy! Is high stakes hunt for a new host. Simone Biles says outpouring of support has shown her she's more than my accomplishments. In 30 minutes, traveler raises $10,000 in tips for airport piano player. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Texas veterans' homes overseen by George P. Bush were often the deadliest places to be during COVID-19 pandemic. Small birds in Big Bend. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Dropping giant rolls of film from satellites to spy from space. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Strange intersecting sand dunes on Mars. Blue Origin offers a $2 billion discount to get back in the lunar lander game. Searching for dark matter inside the Earth. A new plan to search for extraterrestrial artifacts at Earth and across the solar system. Balloon mission may also work to detect quakes on Venus. This is how you get headlines. Binary star planet formation. Water vapor has been discovered at Ganymede. These are the news headlines for today, Thursday, July 29th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Major 8.2 magnitude earthquake rocks Alaska. See the Milky Way in all its glory. Orion the Hunter returns late July or early August. Watch the Boeing Starliner OFT-2 mission launch July 30th. Why wildfires create red suns and moons. Russia snuck a module en route to International Space Station. Mars and Regulus in conjunction July 29th. Future sea level rise, when, where, how much? The next news is from Politico. Vaccinated visitors from Europe and US soon won't have to quarantine in England. Struggling for balance, Europe surfs fourth coronavirus wave. Huge disappointment in Europe over Biden's continuing travel ban. Biden's economic gains come with newer worries about the future. Pelosi rebuffs Schumer's push to get Biden to cancel student debt. Opinion Simone Biles and the MAGA-versus fetish of toughness. U.S. economy surpasses pre-pandemic size with 6.5% Q2 growth. U.S. jobless claims down 24,000 to 400,000 as economy recovers. Texas stems to huddle with Clinton's, Abrams as they did to regain momentum. The Beltway cannot stop talking about him, the voters he needs barely know him. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Unbeaten Hockeyroos march on after gritty win over New Zealand. Time is running out, we must take Delta seriously. Sports scientist helps athletes face Tokyo heat and humidity. After 25 years applying for jobs, the frustration is real. Treasurer warns Sydney lockdown could lead to second recession. Sky News pays $40,000 plus costs to avoid Hanson Young defamation suit. In the Herald, July 30th, 1955. From the archives, 1955, the long, sad story of the Iron Cove Bridge. Australia reaches 30% female mark on top company boards. Canberra tips and $25 to roll out 400 F-charging stations. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. IPO report, Robinhood set to receive a lukewarm reception on Wall Street. Coronavirus update, Biden expected to outline requirement for federal workers to get vaccinated or face regular tests in latest push for vaccine program. Futures movers, oil prices extend rise, build on 2-week high. Real retirement, some retirees are already planning their revenge travel. London markets, Shell shares surge after results, driving FTSE 100 higher. Metal stocks, gold aims for biggest one-day gain since mid-May as US dollar weakens after Fed policy update. Economic report, U.S. economy tops pre-COVID level with GDP surging at 6.5% pace in the spring. Economic report, U.S. pending home sales dip in June after surging in prior month. SCDC reverses mask policy, Apple, Costco, Walmart and others have some soul searching to do. Bond report, Treasury yields gains fade after U.S. GDP report, jobless claims. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Lithium batteries take to the road, IEEE spectrum. How RCA lost the LCD, IEEE spectrum. Rambus, friend or foe, IEEE spectrum. Patent prescription, IEEE spectrum. Treasure texts, IEEE spectrum. Herwig Jelnik, IEEE spectrum. The end of AT&T, IEEE spectrum. Patent power, IEEE spectrum. Excel Plus International upgrades its plasma gasifiers into 50 ton per day, portable units, Globe Newswire. IP at the heart of new innovation strategy, Gov UK. The next headlines are from Quartz. New research on air pollution and Alzheimer's is a warning for Asia. The U.S. eviction moratorium ends on July 31st. Here's what you need to know. Is McKinsey wrong about the financial benefits of diversity? DoorDash isn't just delivering meals, it's making them, too. Being your authentic self is actually not ideal for creativity. Space's New Deal. The future of social media looks a lot like QVC. Unraveling the mysterious mutations that make Delta the most transmissible COVID virus yet. Infrastructure deal, Robinhood IPO, Wu-Tang album sells. BioNTech aims to develop the first monomalaria vaccine as well as the capacity to produce it in Africa. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Exec that tried to send critical reporters of dead pig blames the drinking culture at eBay. Oversight report says Commerce Department investigative unit went rogue, engaged in biased, retaliatory investigations. Senator Kennedy continues to push my buttons with his ridiculously dumb Don't Push My Buttons Act. The FTC is driving away good economists in favor of political henchmen. New York's mental health response pilot program more responsive, less likely to end in hospitalization than sending out cops. Devin Nunes lawyer loses, again, on blatantly silly RICO lawsuit against Google for anti-conservative bias in search results. Governments accused of spying on journalists and activists with NSO Group malware are now suing journalists and activists. Daily Deal, semi-annual store-wide sale. Freaking out about Nazi content on the Internet Archive is totally missing the point. Internet service providers abuse FCC COVID broadband discount program, showing it's a band-aid on a much bigger problem. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Dabbleby comments. Lamar Jackson. Halo Infinite. Infrastructure bill. Alaska earthquake. Ron Popeil. Bobby Fink. The Suicide Squad. Joey Gallo. Olympic golf. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Olympic official praises courage and tenacity of transgender Kiwi weightlifter Hubbard before controversial Tokyo appearance. Russia is becoming fascist state due to political repression and cannibalistic reforms, veteran communist leader tells Putin. Maltese government's culture of impunity led to murder of anti-corruption journalist, independent inquiry finds. We are proud Jews, Ben & Jerry's co-founder say there's nothing anti-Semitic about ice cream embargo of Israeli settlements. 150 killed and villages destroyed after flash flooding ravages northeastern Afghanistan, Taliban says. Condoms for kayak repairs, Aussie Olympic champ shows contraceptives being put to bizarre use for last-minute boat fix, video. Catholic Church spent millions meant for Canada residential school victims on lawyers and expenses, court documents seen by media. Publisher of controversial Putin's People agrees to edit book, admits no evidence for claims against Russian banking tycoons. U.S. teen Suni Lee shines in Simone Biles' absence to win all-round gold as rock star Melnikova claims bronze in Tokyo. Brazilian city sees snow after southern states told to brace for cold snap. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Biden urges Congress to extend eviction moratorium in 11th hour plea. Lawmakers accuse NBA players of profiting off slavery via Chinese sponsorship deals. Rabo, capitalism, communism, fascism, markets are a step closer to a newism. Yields rocked by surprise Apple bond issuance. U.S. pending home sales unexpectedly tumble in June due to huge spike in prices. Report blames Credit Suisse's lackadaisical risk management for failing to act on Archegos red flags. Former Nikola CEO Milton charged with 3 counts of fraud by Department of Justice, SEC files parallel charges. China shorts crushed as retail investors, plunge protection team triumph. Watch, Ted Cruz blasts mask mandate reversal a virtue signal of submissiveness. China syndrome and taper tantrums. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Malta responsible for Daphne Caruana Galizia murder, inquiry. Blinken says nuclear talks with Iran cannot go on indefinitely. Is the U.S. leading a new nuclear arms race? Croatia celebrates joining of controversial Adriatic Sea bridge. Robinhood and the rise of teenage stock investors. Heavy clashes grip southern Syria's Dara province, Monitor says. Officials sound alarm as Japan COVID cases hit record highs. The hanging judge, dissecting the legacy of Iran's new president. China's free trade mecca. Qatar's Emir approves electoral law for first legislative vote. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Michigan's Sheriff Chris Swanson mulls Gretchen Whitmer primary challenge. Exclusive Steve Scalise, Biden gun control takes away disabled vets 2A rights. Bronx shootings rise 56% in 2021 under Mayor de Blasio. 15 shot Tuesday alone in Mayor Lori Lightfoot's Chicago. Biggest in 50 years, Alaska rocked by powerful 8.2 earthquake, follow-up tsunami warnings. Coronavirus, Zimbabwean Christians arrested for holding outdoor service. Capitol Hill officer says January 6th bigger threat to America than 2020 summer riots. Susan Sarandon leads protest against squad at AOC's office, we're losing hope you won't get Medicare for all. U.S. economic growth falls short as supply chain disruptions stunt recovery. Child rape gang police whistleblower, child sex abuse is going on everywhere in the UK. The next headlines are from UPI News. Oblivious lottery winner carried $39 ticket in purse for nearly 6 weeks. Watch, Sheriff's K9 finds woman's missing wedding rings in beach sand. Visitor to Indiana casino scores record jackpot on $1 slot machine bet. Watch, dog missing for 2 years spotted on TV news segment. Texas tollway officials seek owner of roadside wedding dress. Workers digging well in backyard find world's largest sapphire cluster. Watch, bull moose removed from Colorado parking garage. Look, tiger at Texas sanctuary declared world's oldest by Guinness World Records. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. Eat all of these delicious foods in July, Part 1. Weird fun facts about everyday things. 7 strange robots you didn't know existed. All the salt fun facts you need to know. Elvish more popular than Irish, online learning leads to fictional language rise. How to select a home foundation repair specialist. How to buy a car this year. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Google Maps can now show the public how busy individual subway cars are, helping avoid pandemic crowds. One of the biggest myths about deaths is busted in new study. More than half of Americans have a new definition for financial well-being after the pandemic, poll finds. New Mexico wilderness area grows by 50% after largest ever land donation. Stranded during COVID, athlete trained with water jugs, now she's won Olympic gold, a first for Philippines. Company says its multi-day storage batteries for renewable energy are the holy grail we've been waiting for. This beloved Alaskan fish has the lowest carbon footprint of any major protein in the world. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Thursday, July 29th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Ron Popeil, inventor and ubiquitous infomercial pitchman, dies at 86. F word, F word, F word, Chinese Olympian endears fans with non-stop swearing. UFC legend Nick Diaz announces shock partnership with adult site Stripchat and plans to offer self-defense classes to cam girls. Soaring tortilla prices hit struggling Mexican households hard. Hey, that's mine, naked man's wild boar chase immortalized in plastic. Ancient Gilgamesh tablet seized from Hobby Lobby by U.S. authorities. Message in a bottle reveals heartbreaking letter from bereaved father to his dead daughter. Workmen digging a well in a man's backyard discovered a $100 million windfall, a 2.5 million carat sapphire cluster. California teen attacked by crocodile in Mexico is grateful to those who saved her. Baton Rouge judge reportedly allowing vaccines in lieu of community service. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Tesla's new update includes Disney Plus and I am sweating with joy. Improve your memory, concentration and more with 15 minutes per day with NeuroNation. Get a lifetime of unlimited online privacy and security for just $28. Harvard, Galileo Project, aliens, here's what you need to know. What's BlackBerry Tech doing in us? Is Aurora's SPAC merger a genius idea or a cry for help? It's not just Bezos and Musk muscling in on the satellite internet space race. Cowboy 4 review, an e-bike delicious enough to eat. Spotify's refusal to moderate content will soon become a nightmare. Furo X review, a carbon fiber folding e-bike for weight weenies. The following headlines are from Science Daily. We are more forgiving when people close to us misbehave. Spinsonics, acoustic wave gets the electrons spinning. City living bees benefit most from specific types of urban greening. Eliminating RNA-binding protein improves survival in aggressive leukemia. Measuring conservation in a way that counts. More genetic markers for inherited testicular cancer identified. Studies uncover details of exhausted immune cells in patients with chronic infections. Common floral bacteria can induce pollen germination. Emergency department visits related to opioid overdoses up significantly during COVID-19 pandemic. New study reveals serious long-term complications in youth-onset type 2 diabetes. The next headlines are from Information Week. Should you trust low-code, no-code for mission-critical applications? Don't lose IT employees during the Great Resignation. Laying out a roadmap to close the cloud skills gap. 10 tips for landing a job in cybersecurity. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Thursday, July 29th from over 100 sources to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA celebrates National Intern Day 2021. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Fact check, how much have Utah farmers cut water use? Flash flooding warnings issued at Bryce Canyon, Capitol Reef and Zion National Parks. Latest from Mormon land, see if you can come up with your own strictly LDS swear word. Trevor Milton, the Nikola founder, is charged with securities fraud. Ryan White is Utah's first Olympic swimmer. Will she be the last? Mitt Romney celebrates as infrastructure bill advances, explains some of the money Utah could get. David P. Carter, Utah's Little Cottonwood Canyon alternatives are taxpayer-funded ski resort subsidies. Tammy Bostic, time to be innovative in order to preserve our canyon. Bayou's Jordan Matthias hopes to build women's rugby through fight for Olympic medal. The rundown, a little good news about the COVID-19 vaccine. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. LinkedIn to allow most employees to work remotely, reversing course. Cook, Piche joins CEOs urging Congress pass path to citizenship. Pfizer vaccine effectiveness drops to 84% after 6 months, study finds. Amazon's older Kindles will start to lose their internet access in December. First detection of light from behind a black hole. Apple closing down internal Slack channels where employees debate remote work. World's most powerful tidal turbine starts to export power to the grid. Facebook warns growth to decelerate significantly, mandates vaccine for U.S. staff. Dell is canceling Alienware gaming PC shipments to several U.S. states. Microsoft, component shortages not going away anytime soon. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Best burger in Kansas is in Missouri. St. Louis restaurant group requires vaccine for indoor dining. Attorney says St. Louis County mask mandate does not violate law. Sustained recovery, U.S. economy grew at solid 6.5% rate last quarter. Vaccine mandate for federal workers hopes to set model for employers nationwide. Photos, Sunni Lee earns all-around gold for Team USA. Investigation into St. Louis County Health Director after using obscene gesture. Mask rule still unclear in St. Louis County. Heat advisory in effect, a few strong storms possible late this evening. St. Louis County business owners confused over whether mask mandate remains. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Disneyland to require face masks indoors for guests, cast members. LA's Venice Beach a flashpoint in city's homeless crisis. U.S. gymnast Sunisa Lee wins all-around gold. 37-year-old man in wheelchair missing from Mission Valley. NWS, no tsunami threat to SoCal beaches after 8.2 magnitude quake off Alaska. Woman shot in neck near Lemon Grove. San Diego businesses grapple with how to manage new mask guidelines. Chula Vista police share latest efforts in search for missing mom Maya Milite. 70% of eligible San Diego County residents fully vaccinated as COVID-19 cases rise. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. U.S. Marine Corps awards contract to guard tech for robotic enemy vehicles. Ukraine's Archer develops new gunner sight for main battle tanks. Ukrainian missile maker secures $200 million contract for R-27 production. The next headlines are from SUP China, top news about China. China makes a deal with the Taliban. Who is Qin Gang, China's new ambassador to the U.S.? The sinking of the Kaohsiung and China's catastrophic first war with Japan. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Thursday, July 29, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. California inmate dies while on death row for killing mother. Football frenzy, see which NFL fans drink the most. IRS to send out another 1.5 million surprise tax refunds this week. Some San Francisco bars begin new COVID-19 requirement. Tech companies reeling back office reopening for Delta variant concerns. Biden to launch vaccine push for millions of federal workers. Tsunami warning cancelled for parts of Alaska after 8.2 quake. Photographer rises to occasion at spectator-less Olympics in Tokyo. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Russian lab module docks with space station after 8-day trip. Official, manhole covers likely caused Indiana girls burns. Severe storms leave outages, tree damage in Chicago area. Illinois woman faces charges in Yellowstone bear encounter. Stocks rise following solid economic earnings reports. Jean-Pierre Hockey, ex-head of UN Refugee Agency, dies at 83. Geneva sports psychologist calls Simone Biles' Olympic decision extremely courageous. It's delicious, rainbow cone truck sets up outside Wheeling Superdog Drive-In. Tony's Fresh Market opens first Lake County location in Round Lake Beach. Glenview's Olivia Smalaga helps relay team to bronze in Tokyo. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Crazy, kooky Washington roadside attractions to visit this summer. Lucky kitten rescued from Washington's Hood Canal Bridge, given forever home. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Orange earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 10 km, in Myanmar July 29, 2021, 8:39 UTC, 3,730,000 people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 10 km, in United States July 29, 2021, 6:32 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.9 m, depth 5.3 km, in United States July 29, 2021, 6:23 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 6.1 m, depth 27.14 km, in United States July 29, 2021, 6:19 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Orange earthquake alert, magnitude 8.2 m, depth 32.2 km, in United States July 29, 2021, 6:15 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.8 m, depth 23 km, in near coast of northern Peru July 29, 2021, 0:32 UTC, 430,000 people within 100 kilometers. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Sinabung in Indonesia. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Russia, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Kenya, Somalia, Tanzania. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Thursday, July 29th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Texas Court of Appeals rules Prop B, firefighter pay parity plan, is constitutional. Dwayne Johnson, Emily Blunt think new Jungle Cruise movie offers the kind of scare kids find fun. Billionaire founder of electric truck manufacturer Nikola charged with fraud. Good Samaritan gave two suspects a ride before they robbed him near West Chase, HPD says. No new development expected in the next 5 days. A few storms possible Thursday, better rain chances next week. Good Samaritan helps HPD catch driver in fatal hit-and-run crash. Tickets to see Cody Johnson at 2022 Rodeo Houston on sale today. With Delta variant spreading, Texas hospitalizations increases to levels not seen since March. Man paralyzed by shooting sparks peace rally in Greenspoint. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. AP interview, Robinhood CEO eyes expansion beyond trading. Forgotten oil and gas wells linger, leaking toxic chemicals. Why it's so hard and expensive to plug an abandoned well. Longtime Alabama sheriff testifies in theft, ethics trial. Biden to allow eviction moratorium to expire Saturday. EU calls for action to beef up Lithuania's Belarus border. Frosted relic, slice of Lady D's wedding cake up for sale. Germany, 3 more workers found dead at industrial blast site. Rand Paul's 2016 presidential campaign committee fined $21,000. 3 New Orleans clubs require vaccination, negative COVID test. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Celebrity sommelier arrested for allegedly setting fire to out-the-door dining structures. Wegmans to open at former Astor Place Kmart location. Missing ballots, no-show poll workers, lawmakers get an earful at election reform hearing. MTA honors disability rights fighter Edith Prentice with a plaque. Extra, scenes from the first mob movie con in Atlantic City. Former Brooklyn State Senate candidate charged for role in January 6th insurrection. Allegations of election fraud and discrimination loom over Staten Island Council recount. New York City's most delightful outdoor venue reopens in Forest Hills. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. NYPD judge finds 2 officers guilty of statutory rape of 15-year-old. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Revamped UN system crucial for a changing world. Water scarcity, coming soon. Food systems transformation a silver lining in COVID crisis, UN Deputy Chief. Bangladesh, deadly flooding, landslides devastate Rohingya refugees. To prevent teenage pregnancies in sub-Saharan Africa, it takes a whole village to raise a child. Golden rice, triumph for science. Gaza, humanitarian response underway, but political solution still needed. On World Hepatitis Day, WHO calls to eliminate disease by 2030. COVID-19 infections rise, Delta variant spreads to 132 countries. Cornerstone Treaty of Refugee Protection turns 70. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Millions protest vaccine passports across Europe. More cowbell, Federal Reserve officials decide that more inflation is the answer. NYC to offer $100 incentive for vaccination starting Friday. Ecuador abruptly revokes Julian Assange's citizenship on suspicions of fraud. Read drone whistleblower Daniel Hale's riveting letter to judge describing why he came to violate the Espionage Act. Syrian insurgents guilty of Red Line 2013 sarin chemical attack, study finds. Biden is not ending the forever wars, he is preparing the path to new ones. Biden will announce vaccination requirement across federal government on Thursday. How the Atlantic Council's domestic extremism argument lays the foundations for shadow governance. America is a moral cesspool, and student loans prove it. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. German court faults Facebook's past handling of hate speech. Alaska quake produces prolonged shaking, small tsunami. Bob Odenkirk condition stable after heart-related incident. Did the CDC recall PCR COVID-19 tests because they failed full review? Cannabis company sues Tennessee Titans Julio Jones, others. Does this chart show when COVID-19 variant will be released? Woman convicted of swapping pebbles for gems in London heist. What is a misinformation or a Boris? Infrastructure deal, Senate ready to move ahead on $1 trillion bill. ZZ Top's Dusty Hill at 72. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Police nabbed thief who made off with $2.50 of jewels as would-be witnesses gawked at Jean-Claude Van Damme. No, it's not a Bluetooth speaker, it's my smart air purifier. Olympic teams scramble as athletes test positive and COVID cases surge across Japan. HBO's new animated royal satire The Prince is tasteless, and, more seriously, not even funny. Kirsten Sinema is right that America cannot afford them's free trillions. My 5-year-old daughter may not survive your refusal to wear a mask. Olympics insider calls BS on firing of black performer from opening ceremony. Does Dolly Parton know what's happening at her stampede? Dear reality dating shows, fat people F-word, too. The creepy far-right plot to bring John McAfee back from the dead. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Capitol Police to arrest House staff who break Pelosi's mask mandate. Ryan Adams pleads for a second chance. I know I'm damaged goods. Cause of death revealed for missing boy, 4, found dead in toy chest. Special Forces soldier drowns during training in Key West, Florida. NBA Draft 2021, how to watch and start time. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Explore how telescope mirrors are made. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Officials push COVID vaccinations as CDC predicts a rise in cases and hospitalizations. Farmers face excessive heat exposure due to climate change. CDC Director Rochelle Walensky on new indoor mask guidelines, what it means for schools and students. CDC walks back COVID mask guidance as the unvaccinated fuel surge in cases. Researchers say more contagious COVID variants are on the horizon. States reimpose COVID-19 mandates to combat Delta variant. California and Nevada governors urge federal aid to fight wildfires. CDC says some vaccinated Americans should wear masks indoors again. U.S. grapples with alarming spike in COVID infections fueled by Delta variant. Local matters, Florida's spike of new COVID cases leads the country. The following headlines are from alienUFOsightings.com. Stanford astronomers discover light from back of black hole for first time. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Biden to formally order millions of federal workers to get COVID-19 vaccine. German cycling official kicked out of Olympics over racist remarks caught on live TV. 97th victim of Hillsborough disaster dies from long-term injuries. Wu-Tang Clan legends Raekwon, Ghostface Killah 2 headline Staten Island homecoming gig, de Blasio. McCormick recalls Italian seasoning, Frank's Red Hot to amid salmonella concerns. Trump trashes GOP for allowing debate on Biden's $1 trillion infrastructure bill. No deal is better than a bad deal. 6 people confirmed dead after plane crashes near golf course in California. U.S. economy accelerated at a solid 6.5% rate last quarter. Canadian geologist believes first sign of animal life may be a fossilized sponge. Alaska Peninsula rocked by largest earthquake to strike United States in more than 50 years. The following headlines are from military.com. Special Forces soldier drowns at Key West base. Top U.S. diplomat visits Kuwait to boost ties with Key ally. U.S. Defense Secretary broadens cooperation with Vietnam. Department of Defense making masks mandatory again, even for the vaccinated, in some places. Surge of COVID-19 infections at Fort Polk as National Guard training continues. U.S. Navy loses 2 more sailors to COVID-19. Congress rebuffs Air Force's plan to retire older aircraft, putting A-10 move on hold. U.S. India agree to expand multilateral security partnership. For South Koreans, Olympic medal is only way out of military. The U.S. military couldn't stop the heroin trade from funding the Taliban, but synthetic opioid producers might. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Combating food insecurity in Englewood. It almost sounded like a hurricane, derecho weather events in the Chicago area since 1965. Daywatch, 3 Chicago area counties under indoor mask guidance. Lollapalooza set to begin amid rising cases, and will rideshare prices ever go back down? CTA worker sprayed woman with water accidentally. Woman stabbed him in neck, Chicago police say. CPS will get more than $2 billion in COVID-19 relief, but a financial cliff is staring us in the face, Board of Ed president says. Historians urge state lawmakers who are weighing the fate of controversial monuments to make their task a teaching moment. This is not a bluff. Exelon moves to shut down 2 nuclear power plants in Illinois as parent company of scandal-plagued ComEd seeks more state subsidies. Violence spike of 2020 widened familiar safety gap between city neighborhoods, University of Chicago crime lab analysis shows. DuPage and McHenry counties now under indoor masking for all guidance as COVID-19 spread being substantial by CDC. Column, inside the GOP response to the January 6th hearings, if all else fails, start chanting lock her up. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Why some employees resist the delegation from their managers. Sediment from lake in Japan reveals stable climate led to origin of agriculture. Employers must act now to make a success of hybrid working across the north of England. The soft spaghetti of proteins that's essential for the resistance of bacteria. Non-native species cost Europe over €116 billion from 1960 to 2020. Simulated microgravity system created to experiment with materials. Designing new ways to understand material. New Zealand is best place to survive collapse. How F1 regulates flowering. New tool to improve cleaner fish welfare in salmon farming. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Thursday, July 29th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The ocean twilight zone's mysterious false bottom. Can virtual reality teach empathy? New evidence suggests Apollo 11's lunar ascent module could still be orbiting the moon. Best CBD oil for dogs with cancer, top 8 products. What is Delta-8 THC? Here's everything you need to know. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Probe, no wrongdoing in Richmond statue removal contract. Bayer takes additional $4.5 billion charge for Roundup suits. Libyan indoor soccer player dies in malaria outbreak in team. F1, Verstappen takes new swipe at disrespectful Hamilton. Man United women hire ex-Orlando Pride coach Mark Skinner. Severe weather in Wisconsin causes widespread damage. With turmoil at home, more Nicaraguans flee to the U.S. Mackenzie Scott, French Gates join to award $40 for gender equality efforts in U.S. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Larry Magid, why it is essential to keep your operating systems up to date. Larry Nassar has thousands of dollars in his prison account, but he's only making minimum payments to his victims, court documents show. 3 injured in Oakland shootings. Months after large-scale Bay Area fentanyl bust, feds believe they've identified counterfeit prescription drug supplier. Truckee plane crash death toll rises again, to 6. NBA draft, who do the experts think the Warriors will take? Tasty TV, 7 new culinary shows to feast on. California unemployment claims jump to highest level since reopening. Air quality worsens around Dixie Fire, now 220,000 acres, 23% contained. Sharks get assist from Joe Pavelski in landing free agent, I trust his opinion. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Colorado web designer plans Supreme Court appeal to refuse same-sex wedding customers. Georgia tells judge to dismiss Department of Justice's politicized case over election law. Dismantled oil giant Yukos wins $5 billion judgment against Russia. Trump slams McConnell for helping advance Biden's $1.2 trillion infrastructure deal. Pro-Sanders group rebranding into pragmatic progressives. House Republicans demand restart of Trump wall and new border security strategy. China battling COVID-19 cluster around Nanjing. U.S. economy accelerated at a solid 6.5% rate last quarter. At America's best universities, accused students aren't presumed innocent, report. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Central Intelligence Agency drove spike in media leak investigation requests under Trump. House's resolve to curb surveillance state faces biggest test since Trump presidency. Democrats' new midterm strategy, knocking the GOP for vote against police funding. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Thursday, July 29, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Police release drawing of man wanted for breaking into Roseland home and sexually assaulting child. Everything you need to know about Lollapalooza 2021. Charges filed after man kicks down girlfriend's door and shoots her in West Humboldt Park, police say. Sunisa Lee wins gold in women's Olympic gymnastics final. CTA employee stabbed after accidentally spraying water on woman. Cannot make it to Lollapalooza? Watch it live on Hulu all weekend. Patti LaBelle lost 3 sisters to cancer. She's urging adults to get health screenings. Why has CPS awarded a new contract to a failed school cleaning service? 1 killed, 7 wounded, including 16-year-old, in shootings in Chicago Wednesday. 14-year-old boy shot twice in the head in parked car in Morgan Park. The next headlines are from the Times of India. BJP's up outreach, first task for 7 new union ministers from the state. India slams Pakistan for holding polls in Pak. Mary Kom slams IOC boxing task force for poor judging. Olympics, men's hockey team, Sindhu in quarters. Olympics, Indian athletes who are closing in on medals. Quick edit, avert COVID's third wave with lessons from Sarah survey. Industrial versus SL Hive, India 4 down in power play. Google will tell you how Android apps track you. Shilpa approaches HC against defamatory content in media. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Thursday, July 29, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Simone Biles owes us nothing at the Olympics. Things to do, listen to Fighting Words by Ellen Foley. Things to do, upcoming food and drink events in Houston this summer 2021. Disengaged Deshaun Watson is biggest story at Texans camp. Best bets the week of July 29 August 4, 2021. ZZ Top's bassist Dusty Hill has died. Simone Biles also withdraws from Individual All Around. Things to do, Miller Outdoor Theater Summer Mixtape Series. 5 possible 2022 landing spots for Deshaun Watson. Things to do, take a peek at Rocco's 2021 to 2022 season. The next headlines are about world records making news. Women 4x200 freestyle relay meet China Northeast total world record, Tokyo 2020, swim. Dog lover becomes double Guinness World Record holder for her massive collection of pooch memorabilia, the first news. Olympic swimmer angry despite win, says hole in suit prevented world record, Kazan.com. Michael Andrew does everything differently, he might win gold because of it, The Wall Street Journal. Mom of world record non-uploads reveals she goes through a staggering 100 nappies a day, daily record. Tune in, world record breaker Neil Agius appears on John Malia's podcast episode, Love in Malta. Swimming China win women's 4x200 freestyle in world record time. Latest tweet by Reuters, latest lie. Cartwheels on roller skates. Manipur skating prodigy, 13, sets new Guinness World Record, East Mojo. Runners to set Guinness World Record by running London Marathon in handcuffs, in your area. The Tokyo Summer Olympics, live updates, CNN International. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Hyenas left a massive pile of bones in a Saudi Arabian lava tube. Tennis star feared extreme heat at the Tokyo Olympics could kill him. Sweet Tooth Season 2 is set to give us more animal hybrid adventures at Netflix. Someone made a playable clone of Pac-Man for the Pebble smartwatch. Zud confirms Facebook smart glasses will be its next stab at hardware. Doctor Who's Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall to exit in 2022. It's a miracle that we are still alive, inside Sardinia's terrifying firestorm. Amazon warns that older Kindles may start losing cellular service later this year. Disney's Haunted Mansion movie may have found its stars. Nothing's overhyped. Earbuds are actually extremely good. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Colinas do Tocantins in Brazil at 125.96 degrees Fahrenheit or 52.2 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Concordia in Antarctica at minus 106.42 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 76.9 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. How Final Fantasy VI radicalized a generation of climate warriors. Feds list the top 30 most exploited vulnerabilities. Many are years old. Missouri AG wages war on masks as state blazes with Delta cases. Biden says he has deal to lower internet prices, but the details will matter. Historian recreates Thomas Cromwell's London mansion in exquisite detail. Apple, AMD, and Intel shift priorities as chip shortages continue. Microsoft Flight Simulator's new PC boosts. Yes, the VR mode is finally good. eBay manager imprisoned for harassment of journalists the CEO wanted to take down. Here's what that Google Drive security update message means. Biden warns cyber attacks could lead to a real shooting war. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Marjorie Taylor Greene calls on supporters to exercise Second Amendment rights on vaccine door knockers from Biden's police state. Republican posts video demanding Pelosi come and get her for not wearing mask, and it doesn't go well. NY sommelier charged with setting outdoor dining sheds ablaze. Crime war loser, Trump brutally mocked as he rages that McConnell is giving Democrats everything they want. America is on a precipice and in danger of losing our democracy thanks to Trump and his extremist supporters, top scholar. USA Sunisa Lee wins Olympic all-around gold as Biles cheers her on. Hearing takes a bizarre turn as Republican demands to know if Biden nominee believes in God. C-SPAN caller, I am vaccinated by the blood of Jesus Christ. This is insane. GOP's Thomas Massie dares Capitol Police to arrest his staffers. Fed up county health director flips off racist anti-masker crowd in St. Louis. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. GOP could retake the House in 2022 just by gerrymandering 4 southern states. What's the true cost of shipping all your junk across the ocean? Trump weaponized COVID concerns against migrants. Families are still being brutalized by the policy. The obscene hypocrisy of Republicans blaming everyone but themselves, the COVID edition. A new report shows how Trump keeps buying Facebook ads. January 6th reckoning, CNN's Jake Tapper says the media must confront Republicans' big lie. A new documentary explores a hacktivist's tale and the twisted truth. The real source of America's rising rage. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Breakthrough Listen is searching a million stars for one sign of intelligent life, i.e. spectrum. What happened on July 29, 2021? Quartz Daily Brief, Quartz. Little appetite in Japan to search for ET following US UFO report. The Asahi Shimbun. Breaking news, Japan News and Analysis, Asahi Shimbun. Religious Americans less likely to believe intelligent life exists on other planets, Pew Research Center. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. BGU's Negev lab is bringing stroke rehab into the future, the Jerusalem Post. Dorsal column spinal cord stimulation on neuroinflammation, JPR, Dove Medical Press. Neuroplasticity, how to help your child develop a growth mindset, News 24. This one exercise is the closest thing to a fountain of youth, says expert. Eat this, not that, eat this, not that. Scientists found a way to reverse age-related memory loss, intelligent living. Metaplasticity discovery points to ketamine's long-term antidepressant effects, see Tech Daily. Why Canadian dads are more involved in raising their kids than American fathers, Philippine-Canadian Inquirer. World News, latest lie. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Thursday, July 29, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Central Intelligence Agency conducted mind control tests up to 1972. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Thursday, July 29, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.